Well, I told you guys I'd do it, and whenever I say I'm going to do something, I sometimes follow through with it. Anyways, hi folks, welcome back to the channel, and today I'm going to be showcasing Skullmonkeys for the PlayStation 1, one of the rarest PlayStation 1 games you can ever get. I paid $130 for this game, for Skullmonkeys. One singular game. On the PlayStation 1. What is wrong with me? Well, many things, but I will tell you why I did it. See, recently I've been getting into a series called The Neverhood. And in case you don't know, this game, Skullmonkeys, is the sequel to the 1996 point-and-click adventure game, The Neverhood. This is the Japanese PS1 port. But it was initially a PC game that released in 1996, pretty much everywhere, I think. It got a huge cult following in Russia, somehow. And I think Iran, for some reason. Those games really hit off over there to the point where I think it got a fan-made Dreamcast port, which I have the ROM, but I haven't found a good... I haven't looked for a Dreamcast emulator to try it and see how accurate it is, but from what I've heard, it is pretty damn accurate. I'd imagine it runs similarly to the PS1 version, but anyways. This is Skullmonkeys, the sequel release to it, and it is a 2D platformer instead of a point-and-click adventure game, which is, like I said in my review, a pretty strange change, but hey, it's the best game of the entire franchise, so there's that. There's the front cover, and you may notice that it looks a little weird around Clog's eyes and teeth, and that's because this originally came with a lenticular cover. This one to be specific. And when you would put it on there, his eye would move and the teeth would bulge out. But unfortunately, this cover, this lenticular cover, was cracked when I got it. And you can't exactly replace it and have the same effect because this is a one-of-a-kind cover. You know, I can't imagine there are many Skullmonkey PS1 lenticular holographic cover cases on eBay. I mean, I haven't looked, but I doubt there are. Here's a video, I'll put it up right here, of what it's supposed to look like with the cover on. I just couldn't leave the cover on. It was just too awful to look at. I mean, there's a giant crack in the middle of it, and you know, who wants that? So I had to replace it with a nicer looking one, although now it ruins the effect of Clog's eye and the teeth. But hey, I guess I will settle for that over having the cracked holographic case. I mean, most reproduction copies of Skullmonkeys, I mean the reproduction case, have these normal covers on it instead of the holographic one because, you know, who the hell is going to find an extra one of those lying around? Unless you bought like 2 copies of this game, which why would you do that? I mean, if you did, then you need to become rare, so you're smart. Anyways, there's the cover. There's the spine. Both spines say Skullmonkeys. I love it. Going to the back now. Chock full of humor, just like Earthworm Jim. So the strange thing about this is that in the PAL version of this game, and the German version, and I think everywhere else rather than the NTSC United States and Canada version of this game, it had a different blurb. This one right here is chock full of humor, just like Earthworm Jim from Game Informer, but in every other version of this game, it says fast and funky, now beat that monkey, which I kind of prefer over chock full of humor, just like Earthworm Jim. I mean, yeah, it is like Earthworm Jim, and the game is very funny, but I don't know, something about that phrase, fast and funky, now beat that monkey, is just way more catchier and funnier. I wish they would have kept that over here. I don't know why they had to change that for the PAL versions, but whatever. Armed with a killer butt and a boatload of bizarre weapons, you're Clayman, the last clay action hero. Run, jump, butt bounce, repeat until you save your beloved homeworld from the evil villain Clog and his Skullmonkey minions. So yeah. 90 levels of gameplay, multiple secret areas and levels, hilarious weapons including Universe Enema, Fart Head, and Hamster Shield. Yes, you can give the universe an enema in this game. What other game do you know that you can do that? Single player game. Yeah. Check out Electronic Arts on the internet. Back when the internet was a new thing. So now we open it up, and there's the disc. Skullmonkeys with Clayman at the end of the game when you defeat Clog. I'm gonna carefully pull it out, and you can see some art back there of Clayman in the hole with one of the Skullmonkeys. And here's an ad for Jurassic Park: The Lost World. You're the T-Rex, now available. So yeah, it's just an ad for another game that I was gonna say no one cares about, but I've never played that game, so I don't know if it's good or not. So I should shut my mouth. Here's the contents: starting the game and movement, playing the game, weapons, there's the starting the game. So yeah, there's the control. I mean, it's not the analog DualShock one; it's the original one. So yeah, you don't, even if you turn on analog controls, I don't think you can use them on the controller. But yeah, or at least on the original PS1. I haven't tried. Greetings from Idznak. Right about now, on a clay planet in our general galactic vicinity live the Skullmonkeys. They live the average humanoid life, playing with useless gadgets, hitting each other for no reason, farting a lot. One day, their planet Idznak receives an unexpected guest when the evil Clog falls from the sky. He disguises himself as a Skullmonkey and proclaims himself their leader. Taking the name Clogmonkey, he rallies his new subjects and plans war against the nearby neighborhood, the homeworld of Clog and his twin brother, Clayman. So yeah, it's just a plot summary. I'm not going to read all of it. You can pause and read that if you want. There's so yeah, this manual is pretty cool. I mean, most of the fun you'll find of the text, because you know it's written in the iconic, goofy, funny Neverhood Inc. style of like writing, because they're very funny, they were very funny like that, because they're dead now. Their studio blew up in an explosion and everyone died. No, I'm totally kidding. They just went out of business because Boombots sucked really bad. Like, really, really bad. Like, that game is, it's not the worst thing I've ever seen. But, whatever, bro. Are you lost on Planet Idznak? The official Skullmonkey strategy guide from Brady Games will lead your way. Expert walkthrough of all levels, game-breaking secrets, exclusive background information, and much more. Visit your local software, electronics, or game retail, or call EA Direct 24 hours a day. So yeah, there is a guide for this game. It is the Skullmonkey strategy guide, which costs about as much as the actual game itself for some reason. I mean, a lot of strategy guides do cost a lot, but that thing will run you a pretty penny. So if you're buying the game physically and that guide, you are looking at about $500 for like the complete package. Oh boy. Being a Neverhood fan sucks. I'm kidding, it's fun. Anyways, that's it for today, folks. Thank you so much for watching. I hope I made this interesting enough, because, you know, it wasn't a standard unboxing. It was instead a general overview of the game's packaging and the inside and the disc and the whatnot. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.